Question 7, Monica Lennon.
Thank you. To ask the First Minister what the Scottish Government's response is to reports that hundreds of children with mental health problems have waited more than a year for treatment.
First Minister.
Well, it's unacceptable that any child has to wait a lengthy period of time for mental health treatment. The Mental Health Minister has been very clear with health boards that any falls in their performance or children experiencing long waits is not good enough. It is, though, and this is not intended to take away from the comments that I've already made, but progress is being made. The number of patients who waited over 52 weeks has decreased according to the figures we've got for the latest quarter. So there is work to be done. I've said much in this chamber before, and I will say much more, no doubt, in the weeks and months ahead about the importance of mental health care. There is much to be done, but progress is being made.
Monica Lennon.
I thank the First Minister for her answer. What I would have liked to have heard more of is what's been done jointly between the Mental Health Minister and the Education Secretary to jointly address this crisis that cuts across the classrooms and the health boards. I know the First Minister is aware that many young LGBTI people in schools are struggling with their mental health as a result of discriminatory bullying. The TIE campaign research shows that 95% of LGBTI people who have experienced bullying at schools say it has a long-lasting impact on their well-being. What assurances can the First Minister give that providing resources and education to tackle mental health problems will be central to the forthcoming mental health strategy, and that the strategy will include specific actions for named vulnerable groups more at risk of poor mental health, something Barnardo's have asked for in their mental health response? It's quite an important issue, but the First Minister has expressed support for the TIE campaign. Will she now commit to the Parliament that we will see legislation coming forward in the lifetime of this Parliament, because it's such a serious issue and there's support right across the chamber, but there's just no action coming forward?
First Minister.
Well, I think the member raises really important issues, and I think she's done it in a very, very constructive way. And I would say, I don't think it's fair to say there is no action coming forward. I absolutely appreciate that she may think we should be doing more and doing it faster, and that is legitimate. But I think there is a great deal of consensus around what we need to do here. She makes a point, and I think it is a fair point, about making sure there is, although we have rightly a dedicated mental health minister, it's not solely the responsibility of the mental health minister. And she makes a good point about the linkages between mental health and education and health. And there is, and the strategy will look at this, particularly in relation to education, the level before CAMHS, underneath CAMHS services, which is as much about prevention as it is about treating mental health issues. She's also absolutely right to talk about the issues that LGBTI young people can face because of homophobic bullying. I've said before, and I will say again, I'm a supporter of the TIE campaign, not just in their objectives, but in the spirited way they go about trying to make sure that their objectives are taken forward. There is a commitment to take forward the issues that they have raised with the government. We will do that in consultation with them. There's a lot of substance and detail in this across a whole range of different areas of government responsibility, and it's important that we get that right across all of these areas. The mental health strategy will be published shortly. That then provides the direction of travel over the next period, and of course that strategy is backed by significant additional resources for mental health. Spending on mental health services has increased dramatically over the course of the last few years, but there is more funding needed, supporting more services, not just in treatment but in prevention. So I hope, genuinely hope, that while we'll have spirited debate about the detail of this, we can as a Parliament get behind the actions that we need to take over the course of this Parliament to make really substantial changes that will be to the benefit of young people across our country.
Thank you, and that concludes First Minister's